only feel safe in the movement, in the going. So sitting down, even watching TV, like I couldn't watch TV without being on my phone or writing or like multitasking, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't just do one thing. I couldn't just be present. And I'm a yoga teacher.
It's because we have seen our parents and everyone around us hustle to the point that we have normalized that hustle, and that multitasking is also set in our brain that if we cannot allow us to rest fully in the present moment. Hello and welcome back to STFU Moment Podcast. I'm Akansha with my pretty and lovely co-host Kristy over here.
Hi guys, how we doing?
And this podcast is where you bring your excuses and we
wash them.
And today we're bringing the light to the idea that we need to hustle every day to grow.
Akansha, this is my new favorite topic since 2026 started. I think we touched on this a little bit in episode 2, but I'm really excited to deep dive into today's episode. Are you guys ready? Let's talk about the sick day guilt.
So Kristy, take us to the first year prior to 2026. What was your belief around sick days and rest days?
What is that? That's kind of that was the mentality around taking a break. Much to right through to the new year. I think I even said to you in the going into this year, like I am prioritizing rest because before it was, I felt very guilty to take breaks for myself when there was like spare time to be doing stuff. Like I could be writing, I could be, creating content or filming. Like my mind was always going to the point where it wouldn't shut off because I wanted to be in motion, and I thought that was a sustainable way to build a business. It's not, by the way, just so everybody's clear. It's not. And taking a rest day made me feel incredibly behind in business. I don't know who I was racing against. I don't know what I was rushing towards. It didn't get me there any faster. And it actually became quite a detriment. I think it was in 2020. Because I wouldn't slow down, my body slowed me down.
I want to dig into this topic because, we've heard people talk about it, and obviously, we have to go through this, but as a practitioner, as someone who studied EFT and all of these things, my innate personality is to ask why.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to deep dive into this. Like, where did we learn this? I know for a fact, like, I've seen my parents work.
Oh, yeah.
So hard. Like, even with the restaurant, like, not just in Gravenhurst, but the one that we had in Ajax. I've not seen them taking a day off.
Same.
They work Tuesday to Sunday in the restaurant. Mondays they go do their groceries and everything. And living in Gravenhurst now, every Monday they drive to Barrie or Toronto to do their groceries and come back Monday night, and then they start again. But why have we not learned from it? Like, where's this mentality coming from that, oh no, you have to hustle, you have to do this, because if you don't hustle, you're not working in business. Businesses are not run just on mind. You have to put in all your soul into it.
For me, much to your point about the parents, like my mom worked 2 jobs and was in school. My dad runs his own business. Like I watched them hustle to build everything that they wanted, and also out of pure survival, right? Like they just did what they had to do to provide for us, which is, admirable. Like whatever you want to say, I'm grateful, so grateful. But that innate, like, work for what you want. Like if you want this bad enough, like you will show up in the way that is like the grind. Like if you want something, you have to go after it, and going after it meant like continuous action. For me, I was at one point, I think I was working 3 jobs on top of like my side hustle. So I was working nights, I was working days, I was working afternoons, and then putting on classes on weekends and evenings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that was, I don't recommend. It was really unsustainable. And as to like what I was saying before, is if you don't rest, your body, it will tell you when to rest. And if you don't listen, like I got taken out. I have bad inflammation in the body, and my body, ended up being on bed rest for 2 weeks with a heart monitor.
Oh my God.
Because my perisac, I had pericarditis. I had inflammation in my perisac around my heart. So I was no movement, no action, no stress. I was literally knocked off my feet because I would refuse to take a rest. I would refuse to take a sick day. And that was I think that 2 weeks was more challenging than anything I've come across in my business.
Oh my, I so agree with this because I remember the first year that I started this spa. I was working as I talked about it previously, like Tuesdays to Sundays. I was in the spa. I was doing my other things. And then come Christmas time, which is the busiest time of the whole year, I was knocked out for 2.5 to 3 weeks. I caught flu. I got better, and then I got sick again within the next day. So I was all dead, and to a point where people thought that I closed the store.
Wow.
I couldn't even move from my bed. I was shaking. I was shivering. Never have I had that bad of a flu. And then, someone told me, it's like, I don't know who it was. And they told me this. You were not allowing yourself to rest, so the universe made you rest. Like your
Absolutely.
body was like, like we need this rest. And I think that's when I became okay taking that day off.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it. It's always like, to me, when someone comes and tells me, "Oh, you're not hustling enough," there are other entrepreneurs who are putting everything that they have, right time, right energy. They have a team. They have other opportunities or whatever it is. I'm not going to compare myself to them.
Yeah.
They can be my inspiration, but I cannot work like them. I'm just one person at the end of the day. And also, a lot of it, just talking to you, that download just happened fresh, was that it's the scarcity mindset, that where is the money going to come if we don't hustle?
Yes. I think the scarcity, the limitation of like, where is my abundance or blessings or money's going to come? And also for me, I don't know if you found this too, I think I became addicted to the hustle because I was addicted to the action where I had trained my nervous system in these years to only feel safe in the movement, in the going. So sitting down, even watching TV, like I couldn't watch TV without being on my phone or writing or like multitasking, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't just do one thing. I couldn't just be present. And I'm a yoga teacher.
It's because we have seen our parents and everyone around us hustle to the point that we have normalized that hustle, and that multitasking is also set in our brain that if we cannot allow us to rest fully in the present moment, we have to work.
Yeah.
Because again, that scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
Again, where is it coming from? Oh, I am the one who's taking care of everything. So it's just me that has to do everything. You're not going to understand my struggles because you're not in my shoes. Well,
Yeah.
nobody has to be.
No, and it's so true. Like not being able to even just rest and watch a movie or a TV show with at the end of the day with your family, that is a nervous system like dysregulation as well. It always comes back to the nervous system. And I think with that kind of work obsession, that productivity, like the hustle, everything that is with that, it keeps you scarce.
It absolutely does, because
If you're always chasing.
you don't have the time to attract. If I look back into my recent past, or even my past in general, I don't remember sitting quietly watching TV with my family without being on my phone,
Mm.
editing, working, studying, or something like. I don't remember that.
Well, and it comes back to allowing presence. I actually said this on another podcast that I was on last week, and I want to share it here because I think it's gonna freak some people out, but in the best possible way. I am calling in a 4-hour workday. 4 intentional hours where I not grind, not hustle, but I do the thing that I'm present to, that I'm spiritually aligned to, and I'm moving in the action of joy, of abundance. I am in that blessing that I want to bring in or I'm calling in that moment. And then the rest of the time, I'm taking care of myself. I'm bringing in movement. I'm nourishing. I'm hydrating because you can't build a business if you are down here starving because you haven't ate today, dehydrated because you haven't drank a drop of water, surviving on coffee. Yeah, like the body, how can, and that's the other thing too. Intentionally resting has made me realize my body's cry for help to be taken care of. I neglected myself. I was so concerned with building my business and getting ahead and pushing that my health, my mentality, everything was declining. The business was kind of growing, not really, it was stagnating because you can't grow a business and you can't be down here. But my body was declining. So the business was kind of going up, it's here, but the rest of me was down here. And actually taking time to just be with myself and just even ask my body, okay, what do you need? I need a sip of water. What do you need? You haven't eaten today. It's like 12 o'clock. Like maybe we should have something to eat. You know, you didn't get enough sleep last night. We're not doing the hard hitting workout. We're going to do soft stretches. Right? It's very different but when you're in I gotta hustle, I gotta do, I only have this amount of hours in a day before I like crash. It's very, you get that teeter between your health and what you see in your business.
Oh, 100%. It's the vibration, right? The frequency doesn't match. So if your frequency is hustle mode and your frequency is not, I am in attract mode, I'm going to get that client. How are you kind of getting all of that and attracting those good things? I think it's become so normal in our culture where hustle is the only way to grow. It's okay. Your rest doesn't need to look like a whole day. It could just be an hour. It could just be 30 minutes. Like whatever your body needs and whatever your soul needs is important.
What does your relationship with rest look like now, and what maybe before, what did it reflect back to you, like looking back?
It's so funny you say that. As I said, like my rest days were non-existent. I did not know what rest was. And recently, as I told you, I was talking to you.
Yeah.
I started taking my Sundays off.
Yes.
I don't travel. I don't do anything. I could be in the store organizing or something. But this past Sunday, I did nothing. Like I came to the store for a quick thing. I went next door, got me a coffee. I went home and I lounged on my bed. Started Saturday night when I started painting.
Yes.
And then Sunday, I was just like, I'm going to take intentional rest day. My goal was that I'm not going to work. My mind is shutting off for the day. So my phone was not on. I did my own little things, no editing. And oh my God, I fell in love with that. I want those days to happen because I feel like my whole body recalibrated. My mind got the rest that it needed. My body got the rest it needed. I stretched. I went on a walk. And then Monday I took my day off and I just ran my errands. I went to Humber Bay Shore. I sat there. I spent time with good people. I had great food.
I love this
and my drive back home was not exhausting. Like that 2 hour drive from Toronto to here was not exhausting at all. And I think now that I've had that taste of what it looks like, life could be so much more better. Like I'm so productive.
Yeah.
I'm still doing other things, but I think I'm getting addicted to that one day off. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to be in the store.
Because, and you're probably finding this too, rest is productive. You just said it. You said you're falling in love with your life again. You're falling in love with yourself. And we were even talking about like taking time off. That's when all the downloads happen. That's when all the creativity comes through. I think that's one of the advantages as an entrepreneur that people kind of skip over is like, yes, you need to be on top of it. Yes, you need to be accountable because you're your own boss, but you're your own boss. You get to go and take those intentional rest days and have them just be as productive as I remember I was talking to one of my clients actually, and she said the day that I went out and had fun with my family, she's like, I made the most sales that month. And I was like, of course you did, because you were present, you were intentionally in joy, in play, and you called that in because your wavelength, your vibration, as we were talking about, your frequency was calling in abundance, more things to be joyful for.
Exactly.
So I know now that the rest is just as important as the action.
How do you actually make that rest intentional? What are your plans of that around this year? Or if someone wants to reframe it and make that a part of their life, intentional rest, how do you do that? Like, how do you plan it? What are your tips? I want to know because I'm so fascinated by the yogic lifestyle in general and the lifestyle that you want to run this year. So tell our viewers about it.
Yeah. For me, and again, like, it's not perfect. It's going to look different each week depending on what I've got going on. But intentional rest for me means no screen time. For me, it means I'm going to do the thing that brings me the most joy. And if the thing isn't bringing me joy, I'm going to find the joy anyway. I'm going to, much to what you said, is making sure my cup is full. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to prioritize time off the phone. I'm going to prioritize facial massage. I'm going to prioritize self-care. I'm going to prioritize finding the beauty. I'm going to prioritize my creativity. And sometimes that's in a 30-minute time block when I have like a moment between this meeting and the next, and I only have 30 minutes today because I have so much going on. I'm doing it. I'm intentionally resting. I'm clocking off the phone. I'm being present to whatever I'm doing, whether it's like I'm eating, nourishing the body, whether I'm taking that sip of water, whether I'm getting some sunlight, I'm going for that walk, I'm sitting like on the beach, like wherever I am, I'm just going to be there. I'm not going to think about, okay, I have this long list of to-dos, or I could be doing something productive, and really reframing it as this is productive. This is business growth because this is personal growth. And I can't grow my business if my personal growth is stagnant. So Akansha, you have so many tools and so many beautiful services that that are so relaxing and are local here. So what is something that maybe you offer that our listeners could come and just really embody that intentional rest?
There's 2 services, and you decide which one is best for you. They're both sister services. One is called Jaladhara. Jala means water and Dhara means flow. So it's a water flow over your third eye, but it's a decoction that I prepare depending on your analysis form that I sent you. So it's fresh herbs, everything is prepped. And the other one is called Shirodhara, which is the flow. Shiro means head and Dhara is flow, but it's made with oil. So it's done with oil. So oil one is very grounding and the water one is very nourishing. Screen time, go with water. If you have insomnia, ADHD, go with oil. So from April 4th to April 19th, I want to run this special promo that get either Shirodara or Jaladara and get 20% off. And the link would be STFU Moment. I'll put it down in the description below. And I hope to see you, whether it's in Muskoka or in Toronto.
All right, there you have it, viewers. This little discount code. That sounds amazing. I think I need the water one. That sounds so nourishing. Yeah, that's a great way to be intentionally restful.
Yeah. The question is, what is, you talk about me being, you created this amazing personality and, you talked me up. Not saying that you are a person of many talents.
Thank
have
you.
so many tools in the lifestyle. And honestly, like, sometimes I'm just over here sitting and listening to Kristy speak. And I zone out. I'm like, can you speak to me the whole day?
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
So soothing.
Thank you.
So my question is, what are some tools and things that can help our viewers that you can help them with?
Yeah, I feel like I have so much up my sleeve that I could say right now, but I'll just keep it short and simple. I think for the busy life people or the women that are addicted to the hustle, I invite you to just bring that slow intentional rest in wherever you can. Like I said, if it's a 30-minute block, 15-minute block, an hour, whatever you got, be intentional with that. And I'd love to offer to help you get started. I have an online studio. It's called the Soft Life Studio. And it has an array of beautiful practices in there from meditation, restorative yoga, slow flow, and I just love to offer that to you. We'll link that one also below. And for the time being, I will also offer a little freebie. So you can go in and try it for 14 days free for 2 weeks and see, if it suits your needs, if it really resonates. I know that it will. So yeah, I'll leave that link below for you guys to go check that out. And there's videos on there from, like I said, 5 minutes to an hour long. So you can kind of pick and choose what fits your schedule whenever you need it.
With that, I think we're towards the end of our episode, this lovely episode that we just talked about rest mode and sick days and coming out of that hustle mind. I hope that this episode really resonated with you, and if either you or if you know someone who is on that go-go train, I hope that you share it with them and subscribe to our channel.
Akansha and I are always looking for more things to film. So if you have any excuses that are holding you back, that you feel like are blocks in your business or even personal life, please let us know and we would love to squash them for you.